So in the process of talking about like these accents, when I was doing the video, my buddy, who's a black guy that lives in the South, he like travels for work, and he was like, "I'm encountering like there's a bunch of racists in the area that I am now," and I was like, "You need to do uh, an Indian accent. That way, like people don't really know if they should be more racist or less racist. You know, like."
Who's he talking to in this instance?
He's just talking to like rednecks in the South, and I hope that he's like, "Sir, I will not do-" like." I hope that he
Just to
goes like
really mind
full,
fuck them.
just like just a normal looking black guy, and he starts like, "I, sir, I will not tell you to tell me." Like oh God, I hope he does it.
Just
I've been trying to talk him into it.
putting people's minds in a pretzel.
Yeah, like, I think about that, like people that are truly like to their heart racist are like dedicated to. I don't know if I talked to you about this before. I used to have a stand-up bit about it. It was like there are racist like comments on Pornhub, which is very funny as an abstract to me.
Uh-huh.
You're you're a quirked up white boy just trying to beat your shit, and you're like those
You're so
comments.
racist that you can't even
Yeah,
focus on that.
being more racist than you are horny is such a funny. Just being like, I'm not gonna watch this. There's a black guy in it. But like, if you leave comments on a porn, there's something wrong with you. Like,
You're in a dark place.
yeah, there's no saving that kind of person. Just going out of your way to be like, I really like this one, even if you're being positive.
The positive ones are weirder, I think.
Yeah, like you're you're in a real weird spot where like racism is more socially acceptable than, I guess, the general thought process that is going into you being there. Because
Mhm.
if you were like, yeah, I was gonna, just describing the process of like looking into a porn and why you like this one in particular, that is so much weirder than.
Do you think those people think they're making somebody's day? Like they think the person is on the other end, like, wow, he liked my scene. Like like that's a weird, like, what is their thought process for that?
I mean, I think they do, right? Like they have to. Do they think it's like when you're watching a YouTube video, you can see like a creator hearted the comment or whatever. It's like, you're doing great, keep doing it. Are the prawn stars, are they like, are they going through the comments like really trying to dissect? Because I make YouTube videos and I'll read the comments of my,
Uh-huh.
that are on my videos, and I go, oh, maybe this was a good one. Or they're wrong. They don't know what I go through.
I wonder if those fellas think they're leaving constructive criticism on on the videos.
It's also very funny to me that like you can almost destroy your life trying to be a sex worker, actress, actor, whatever, and it'd be for nothing sometimes. Where it's just like you got 50 views on a video of like a guy putting a Pringles can in your butt. And
That's tough.
I see, like, I don't know if you deal with this, but like a lot of the girls that I went to high school with started like OnlyFans, and it'll be like they'll make a post on social media, and it'll say something like, "I'm starting an OnlyFans," and it'll get like 2 likes.
That's brutal.
I'm like, oh gosh, you threw it out there and no one caught it.
That is
Everybody was
tough.
like, oh no thanks. No.
That is brutal. You're open miking porn.
fist bombing in front of a room of like your family and friends. It's like going to a bringer show and you bring everybody that you ever met. And one guy goes, huh, all right, I get it. I get what you're going for.
And that's the equivalent of like somebody in the comments being like, "You're so beautiful." Like that's what that is. That's one guy going, "Ha."
Very good.
That is great. Would they just like advertise it on their regular social media? Because that's like a hard pivot from like me and my boyfriend at this wedding to me and my boyfriend after this wedding. Like that is quite a hard pivot.
It just feels like such a big risk to take.
Mhm.
And for what? I mean, that one lady that's really popular, Sophia, or is that her name? Sophia. Um, she's like
Is
the
she?
number one OnlyFans girl.
Is she? She's not one of the people you went to high school with. No.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, that would be cool to bring up at like a class reunion when your 90-year-old world civ teacher goes, what have you been up to? And she's like, I'm an actress. I'm a model. And then someone's trash and they're like, you know what she does? You know what she does? I'll tell you.
I live in the same hometown as Joe Flacco, for the quarterback for the Bengals right now, and I share that with a lot of people. So I can only imagine I'd be the guy who'd be like, you know what she does, because she would be the town's Joe Flacco if nobody else of note graduated that year. Just a Super Bowl champion of OnlyFans.
It's so cool to be the Joe. You could, I mean, you could just bring that up in conversation. Like, you know, they kind of call me the Joe Flacco of dental work, or you know, they call me the Joe Flacco of open mic comedy. That's what they call me.
I've worked at a lot of places at a decent level, and they keep trading me.
They call me the Black Oprah Winfrey. That's what they call me.
You're doing more of that racism mind fucking right there.
Doubling down. What kind of Oprah are you? The idea that some redneck is just needs to know what kind of Oprah you are. I'm interested in calling you a slur. Please tell me what race you are.
I've been seeing those comments, like people will comment that of like just like a terrible video. They'll be like, "I'm interested in tell me more about yourself. I'm interested in calling you a slur," and it's just that's it. They're looking for more info.
Oh, go to YouTube.
Did you have anybody like not necessarily? Oh, sorry. Go.
No, I don't have anything interesting.
Okay. Did you have anybody that you graduated? Okay. Like anybody you graduated with? Oh shit, we're lagging a little bit. Fuck. Damn. Is it back and smooth now?
Smooth. Oh, we're good.
Okay. Hell yeah. Did you graduate with anybody who like went on to be prolific in any field, OnlyFans or otherwise?
Jack Harlow went to
Oh, that's right.
my middle school. Other than that, I mean,
that counts.
We had a couple of athletes that like play international basketball. AJ Slaughter, he's one. trying to think.
I mean, Jack Harlow's more than enough. That's pretty cool. Are you guys around the same age, or was it like at different times?
Yeah, we're around the same age. I think I'm like a year older than him.
Okay. When he started like blowing up, was everybody like from your hometown like, holy shit, look what he's doing? Like, what was the general reaction there?
Yeah. Basically everybody. So he got famous in Kentucky, I would say, before he got famous anywhere else. So he, like, man, yeah, he was like a really big deal back in the day. Him and Bryson
Tiller?
Tiller, yeah. Nappy Roots was like a really big thing. I don't know if that like they're famous other places or not.
Oh, they sing "Good Day," right?
Yes.
Okay, that's the only one I know, but it's a solid one.
I mean, that's kind of their only.
They hit a point in time where like I think Vine was big, and like having like high pitched vocals or childlike vocals was a very big thing on during that time, and I think they absolutely capitalized on that.
They did My Old Kentucky Home, and in Kentucky that was like a really big. It was like a really big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that was, but for there, I guess like.
Mm-hmm. That's solid. I mean, that's a solid big three right there. So far, I'm trying to think if anybody from my town did. Not really. Like there was one girl who did like an OnlyFans to pop star type route, but beyond that, nobody else really. So maybe that's the way. Maybe that's what we got to do. Let's make this podcast a real curveball.
I think you need to be just kind of interesting as a musician. You just need to be kind of interesting to like medium ugly girls. if you're kind of interesting to medium ugly girls, you will make it in the music business. And I'm not going to say that Taylor Swift is a really good example of this, but Taylor Swift is a really good example of this. Like, I'm sure that there are lots of pretty ladies who are into Taylor Swift.
That's such a funny like qualifier at the beginning of a sentence.
But I mostly like, maybe I just don't have a lot of, people like, I refuse to accept women on my social media. So maybe that's one thing, but like, it's like, it's never a lady with her life together and like a good relationship that's posting about Taylor Swift. It's always like someone who the general shape of them is intriguing, I guess, is the nicest way. The general body shape of them is interesting to me.
I think her fan, like Taylor Swift, in my opinion, is kind of like WWE for women, like adult fan bases with sort of a Peter Pan syndrome, where you're like, oh, you're in your 30s and you're a fan. Okay, cool, very neat. Not gonna yuck your yum, but okay.
I think you gotta. It feels like the people. What is that?
Like I view like a Taylor Swift T-shirt on an adult the same way I'd view like an Undertaker T-shirt on an adult.
You know what? That's actually a really good point. That's a really good point, actually.
Just like, neat, bud.
Very good. Very cool. Where'd you get that? It just feels like I'm trying to think of that. What is that show? Hold on. Taylor Swift is kind of like what is that show with the red dresses?
Red Dresses. I'm not familiar. Is it like a show for kids or a show for adults?
No, it's like a show for single women. It's
Say yes to the or no, that's
no, it's like it's literally turning into what the fuck is the name of that show? It's the one where like they make the women are like baby factories or whatever.
oh, Little Women, or no, that's the one with the little people.
Little House on the Prairie, that's it.
Little. So sorry, connect the dots for me again. I was still thinking about little people. Make your analogy again.
Oh, it's just the same fan base, I guess is what I'm getting at. And like there are certain interests that like when you find out a person has that interest, you don't want to talk to them about that interest. You know what I mean? Like
where they'll put out like a feeler like that reminds me of this, and they're waiting for you to ask about that so they can go into their thing.
Yeah, it's like adults who are still talking about Harry Potter. They're like, well, I really like Harry Potter, and it's like, okay, cool. And which Harry Potter's not bad. It's just the people that try to pursue that kind of conversation as adults are
bad.
Yeah, they're not doing great. They're not doing well even. They're just kind of so. Oh, dude. Speaking of Harry Potter, I was watching another Trap Lore Ross thing, and have you ever seen the or heard of the gang war in Jacksonville?
No.
All right.
I'm interested to see how it ties into Harry Potter now.
Oh well, the Trap Lore Ross is kind of like Harry Potter to me. I think he's kind of like he's just kind of it just looks British. Like he's just British and he has black hair. So I'm like, this is kind of
you turn it on every single time. Yeah. You're like the boy who lived. You're commenting on all his videos like, what's Dumbledore like? Every single time. Complete earnesty.
Yeah. Tell us a magic spell. Enough about the rappers in Chicago.
Break down the Death Eaters versus the I guess the students of the school.
I guess for him, you know how like the parts of the Horcruxes, how they whisper to like Harry Potter. It's kind of like that is a Trap Lore Ross documentary about Chicago. He just like every once in a while there's a Chicago that's going. And he's like, I will find you. I'm going to find him.
Just got some top from this stripper bitch. She from Tennessee.
Bring up on. Bring him up. It's the Green Goblin mask. Bring him up. So, I was watching. So I was watching this thing about the Jacksonville. I didn't want to go into this whole big thing about Trap Lore Ross, but he's talking about the war in Jacksonville, and there's a rapper. His name is Youngin Ace or Youngin Ace. Youngin Ace. He spells it Youngin, but he says Youngin, so I'm not really sure.
Okay.
He has. So I got hit with like a Who's on First-esque, like, so obviously in these videos, someone always dies. It's always like he was riding with his friend and he got shot, and then he went on to become the number one like it's always there's someone is going to die. And he's talking about Young and Ace was with his friends. All right, his friends' names were Quan, 2, 3, and 4.
Quan, okay? 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. So I was like, how many Quans are there? And I had to rewatch it like 3 times to understand that he was saying Quan, comma, 2, 3, comma, 4. Because like every time he said it, he just kept saying Quan, 2, 3, and 4. Like just like that. Quan, 2, 3, and 4. And I was like, that's just lazy nicknaming to be like, this is Quan 2, that's Quan 3, that's Quan 4.
Oh wait, it's Quan 1, Quan 2, Quan 3, Quan 4.
No, it's Quan 2, 3, and 4.
So that's 3 people. The first guy's name is one guy's name is 4, one guy's name is Quan, and one guy's name is 2, 3.
You got it.
Okay, yes. So it's not Quan 1, Quan 2. It's not like a thing 1, thing 2 thing. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
So I had to watch like that. The miscommunication that just happened between us happened to me so many times in this video. I like kept rewatching, and it felt like a who's on first. Like
We did kind of just have a who's on first just then.
Quan 2, 3, and 4, and I was like, Quan 2, 3, and 4. Yes, Quan 2, 3, and 4. Wait, so Quan 3, Quan 2. Where? How many Quans? What's the guy's name on second? Quan 5. Fuck. I was upset at the like idea. Like also,
So how many Quans died?
One. There's one Quan.
Was it 2, 3?
No, it was 4.
But Quan died.
Yeah, Quan's dead.
Who's on
Also, like,
second?
I imagined this may be a little bit dark, but like calling one of the family members, let's say that they didn't have the mom's phone number and they had like the grandma's number, and she hasn't talked to Quan in a while, and she doesn't really know how many grandkids she has.
2, 3,
Like we have Quan 2, 3, and 4, and she's just like, all of them? How many of my kids? 3. You just said 4. Yeah, but there's 4 is the third one, and 2, 3 is the second. Quan is the other one.
4 was born first. So they all are any of them still alive?
No.
That reminds me of like I just watched it was like a Netflix documentary about like free solo rock climbers, and at the end of it they literally like once it was over everybody was dead. They were like 2 months after filming, Jason died. 3 months later, Bobby fell, broke his neck, and died. Everybody died. So it had like the same mortality rate as like a gang documentary, except it was like granola dudes on a mountain. Completely avoidable and senseless, if you ask me.
I feel like if you have a friend that's like a freestyle cliff climber, it's got to be like having a friend that drives a motorcycle that just whips in and out of traffic. Like when they die, you don't get the chance to be like, I'm shocked.
Absolutely.
I did not believe that this was going to happen. Who could have seen this coming? Who could have known that this? Okay, well, yeah. No,
that tracks. I was driving somewhere this weekend, and there was like a dude, I guess, doing his one last wheelie of summer, and he was like wheeling through traffic. Like seeing him in the rearview mirror, it looked crazy. I didn't know what I was seeing at first because it was just a dude doing a full like you're not used to seeing something that's 8 feet tall on the road behind you. So it took me a second to adjust to what he was, and he was wheeling in and out of traffic and probably dead now. It's been 3 days, so he's probably dead.
I mean, he's got to be. I mean, if he's not, somebody should go attack that guy. Otherwise, you're going to have a real Final Destination issue on your hands where like death is just following him and like stuff's blowing up around him. And honestly, you're just doing more harm than good by letting a guy like that just keep going, I think.
Yeah. All it would take, too, is just you throw one stick and you get it in the spokes. You don't even need like a James Bond level sabotage. It's just, and he's gone.
It'd be very funny to have like, there's a Hitman movie, and you know how they like get out and they walk to the trunk and they pop the trunk. It's just a stick. They're just waiting. Just oh, God, what a terrible way to go out. Though, like just doing a front flip on a motorcycle because some guy threw a stick in your smoke.
Like if your death is a prank, that sucks. Like you just got goofed to death, like with a little stick.
I have a silly little YouTube prank guy who's like, today we're throwing sticks and smokes in downtown Detroit or something, you know, like.
Have you ever seen like those bait bike videos where they'll like tie a string to a bike and wait for somebody to steal it? And then like if they hit a certain distance, it's like tied to a tree. So they'll hit it and then it'll just be like a dude front flipping off of a bike. It's the most
Oh yeah,
satisfying thing ever.
yeah. Have you
I love
seen the one where they like cut a hole in the seat and it has like a super springy seat? So like they're like, I've seen a bunch of the videos where the guy will like jump on it and he'll be standing up and he'll like try to get going real fast and then he'll sit down. There's like they'll either just put like metal that comes through the hole in the seat, or it'll be like a, you know, a dildo or something, and it just sit on it. Oh my god!
And it's always like so much longer than you'd ever imagine possible. And like when they do the reveal, it's just like, oh my gosh, that dude, how's he walking? Like that's crazy.
I just don't. How do you? How? How do you not see this string? Maybe I don't spend a lot of time like stealing bikes or whatever, but it just feels like you would notice a rope. That would be,
yeah. And if you can't, that's a scary thought too. Like if we went to the Tour de France and just started setting up trip wires, do you think we could ruin that thing? Like I think one marble could like end it. Like you roll it on the road and they're all falling over each other. I want to go to the Tour de France and ruin it.
I mean, I hate bicyclists, so I'm all for it. Like any kind of cyclist that if I can ruin their day, yeah.
And tactically, that's on them for putting up.
We can go there with like paintball guns, or
that would be so fun.
I would love nothing more. They've been ruining like motorists' days for years, so it's time. I think it's time we clap back. Every time I have to drive through the country here, there is at least one guy on a bike, and he's like, right there will be like a 1 foot shoulder, and he's just riding down that 1 foot shoulder, just going like so painstakingly slow. And it's like, what? Just ride around your neighborhood. What is the point?
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing this?
How illegal is it to shoot strangers with a paintball gun? Like, because there could be like a marginal analysis where it is worth it in terms of fun. With like, if it's only just like a misdemeanor or something, or like a hey, stop it, mister. I would love riding around with a paintball gun, because also there's no like ballistics. The chance that as long as you don't film it, you're getting away with it because nobody's running ballistics on a paintball gun. So you could shoot bicyclists, I think.
Let's see. It looks like you can be charged with a felony for illegal paintballing, non-recreational, which means medicinal. If you're if you're using medicinal paintballs, you're gonna fucking go to jail.
What if I am doing it for fun? What if I'm shooting those guys for fun? It is recreational.
I have seasonal depression. I need to be able to do this. This is like
hey, you can't shoot them in the summer, but in the winter, it's open season on bikers.
Oh God. I got shot with a frozen paintball once, and it was the worst pain. It was the worst pain I've ever.
Did it pop, or was it just like you got shot with a rubber bullet?
No, dude, it just hit me. it just hit me. Fucking hurt.
So a cold paintball gun is just a gun. I think that's what we're establishing.
Yeah, I mean, it's more or less just a gun.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever seen those videos?
I haven't looked into. Of what?
Have you ever seen the videos of like the pepper balls, where they use pepper balls and paintball guns for crowd control? So it's just is it
like actual?
It's pepper spray, but in ball form.
And it
so when
explodes?
so you are both getting hit with a paintball and also getting pepper sprayed. So you're like, it's boom, and it's like it's painful. But then if you like, you just got OC
Uh-huh.
sprayed because you did like it's so it is simultaneously pepper spray, but also you're getting hit with a fucking paintball, so you're getting bruised and you're getting pepper sprayed. Long distance pepper spray is such a diabolical, like
That is crazy. You think you're safe, but you're getting
just having a deep phobia of pepper spray. Where you're like,
it's like you're at the back of the protest.
I moved out to the country so I could. You're just in a field, like pepper spray will never get me out here.
I
That's
saw
good.
a billboard recently for it was like one of those haunted attractions, and it was like zombie paintball, which I think is scare actors that you get to shoot,
Yes.
which that has to be the how bad of what has gone wrong in your life where that's the job you're taking. Like even if you're in protective gear, you're still getting shot recreationally in the cold.
Uh,
Like is
uh
that all former inmates who have no other option?
that's their state duty. If you want to be off rock duty, if you want to stop pressing these license plates, we need you to go stand in the field. We're gonna well, first we got to get some makeup on you. And well, can you make a zombie noise? Uh, no, not gonna
Close.
work. All right,
Close.
we'll play it over a radio.
So
God,
yeah, that's just somebody's job is just to get lit up. I want to do it. It looks fun, but
it's so fun. I've done it before.
you have? Oh,
And
really?
yeah, the zombies we shot had these big like uh they had these like I don't know how to explain it other than like what a person wears when they're trying to train dogs.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
when they're training bite dogs, they have these big like it's like a giant like they're wearing an oven mitt. I don't know how else to explain it. It's like a big padding
Mhm.
thing. And they had a helmet on. I got kicked out because they had like an umpire like helmet.
Uh-huh.
All right. And they had like so there was eye holes, and I was like 13 years old.
Uh-huh.
And I had no frame of reference for like I should be appreciative that I get to shoot this person at all with a paintball gun. And I was like, I want to bother them that I'm shooting them with a paintball gun. And I just like so a paintball gun you could shoot like really fast.
Right, yeah.
If you have fast fingers, you can
Mhm. It's like 2 triggers, right?
no, it's just one, but like you basically rock your fingers back and forth and you
And then
can
you rock that zombie's world.
yeah, so he had this fucking like umpire mask on, which had like like a vent on it was so he could see where he was going, obviously. And I just shot him in the eye holes. Like the whole because they start like 100 feet away or
Mhm.
whatever, and they're like walking toward you, ah, and it's just the same 5 guys walking towards you over and over. And
Just cycling in and out.
yeah, and I just kept shooting him like in the eyes, which like was not very cool. And I will admit that that's not cool, but I was like, this is very funny to like take away. He's not gonna be able to see me because there's gonna be a bunch of paint. And
Mhm.
like I just kept I was like the guy there's like a this was at Waverly Hills, I think, in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm pretty sure that's where it was. And off to the left, there was a guy that like watches you and like tells you when to put your guns down and
Mhm.
all that stuff. And he's like, what was he saying? He was going like, bud, sir, excuse me, please. And then like I was geeking my cheeks off at the fact that I was shooting this guy in the eyes with paintballs. And I was like, fuck everybody that wants to talk to me right now. And like he goes, "Get the fucking gun out!" Like he just screams. And I think it was my grandpa that was with me, maybe, or my uncle. I don't remember who was with me. He was like, "Hey, he was like, he's shooting him in the eyes." And then was it? Maybe it was my stepdad. I don't know who was there. And then he was basically like, "Well, that's what they get paid to do," you know.
I think all of them they should all have like a dunk tank type thing where it's like one unprotected area that you get to aim for. Just for funsies or something like that. Or like a golden ball, like in a home run derby, where like at a certain point for your last shot, they have to like take off a cup or something and you get one go at it. Maybe not. I don't know. I think it would be fun to shoot a guy in the dick.
Yeah, maybe. God, that would hurt so fucking. That would hurt so bad.
I know first. I've been shot in the dick by a paintball. Yeah, no follow-up story. But no, it was me and some friends went in college, and we were having fun with all just like the rented stuff, and it was just like, oh, just wear like a sweatshirt or whatever, and we thought that would be fine. Halfway through, this one kid who does it for real comes in, and he's got like a vest on with his name and like the slots for like the 6 refills, and he's got like a hair trigger thing, and he is just aiming for hands and dicks, and it made it so unfun so quickly that I salute those zombies now, because that, like, he was aiming for nut shots. It was brutal, and he got them.
Man, so I went to shout out Division 7 paintball in I think it's Alpharetta. My boy Ian took me out there, and so there's 2 different kinds of like paintballs or paintball guns. Rather, there's like hopper fed, and then there's magazine fed.
Mm-hmm.
Magazine fed, it's like 30. It'll be like 30 rounds. Compared to like a hopper, you get like 150 odd bullets or whatever. And the magazine fed, it's a lot better because it's like you get to put real opticals. You get to put real optics on your paintball gun, so you can like see better. You have like you're a lot more accurate. There was a guy out there, because mostly nobody does that because you're limited. Like you still have to like line up your shot. Some people are really, really good at it though. And there was a guy who had a magazine fed, and he was getting like just like every single shot. And I got shot in my fucking hand.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, I got hit like everywhere that day. I got hit in my legs and my shoulders, chest. I was fine. My hand was the most painful. It hurt so bad.
It feels like a big ass bee sting, right? Where it's like just swollen and still. Yeah.
Just, oh God. I was like, why do people do this? Why do I do this? Yeah, I was being a baby. I was absolutely being a baby.
I don't blame you. I quit soon thereafter getting shot in the dick and hands. That was it for me.
That's a good reason.
I remember back in like middle school, we used to do like airsoft battles, and this in hindsight was really dumb, but like behind like elementary schools, like the only like forest areas in our town was like behind an elementary school. So if we wanted to do jungle warfare, we'd have to go back there. And I remember one time we went and we were just laying out all our guns on a table, and we're just at an elementary school at this point, and a janitor walks out and he's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And we're just like, "Oh, we're getting ready to go shooting." And he's like, "Oh yeah, you can't, this is a school. You can't be laying out your gun." And we're all like in our gear and all black and everything. And it just looked like the sketchiest thing ever. But we were full Columbine and didn't even notice it. We were just dressed in our gear and ready to rock.
Airsoft is, do you ever watch the videos of those people?
Yeah, it always is just like a guy being like, "You didn't hit me," and just kept keeping going.
I like, there will be things where like you can't. My favorite video of that is the guy. He's like, you can't use automatic here, and he's like trying to kick this guy out, and he's like, "I didn't use automatic," and he's like getting in his face, and he's like, wagging his finger and stuff, and he's like, this is Simi. This is how I shot you. And he shoots him. And he goes, like he does it pretty fast.
Uh-huh.
And then the guy's like, well, no, that's not. It's too fast. And then he like the guy turns on automatic, and he goes, "This is automatic." And he goes, and he, like he just shoots him so many times, and the guy's like trying to object, but he's getting hit with his like in his hands and his arms.
Actually,
yeah, it's and you like those guys. They use like flashbangs and shit, and like,
really,
yeah, they use like flashbangs, and they have like grenades. It's it's insane.
I would want to watch like a war reenactment where they're allowed to use paintballs. I think that would be fun to watch, like the British and the Americans just go at it, but it's like a bunch of 60-year-old nerds lighting each other up.
Just you got. I mean, there's no way to be cool and do that. You kind of have to be.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of have to be a nerd to do like what is that called?
Reenactment.
Yeah, reenactment. I was thinking that there was another word, but whatever. Yeah, the actually no, I went to a Civil War reenactment, and there was one side that was like really cool, and no,
And then the other side wearing blue.
And the other side was all like we love New York or whatever. I don't know.
They kept their Yankees or something. I don't know.
Yeah, something about something. Crap, what was it? Oh yeah, I went to one down in Cape Bay, and they like they have like muskets, and they just like they were like, "Does your son want to shoot a musket?" For anyone that doesn't know, my son is now 4 years old.
How long ago was that?
When this happened, it was like a year and a half ago. He was like 3, like, and they were like, "Your kid want to shoot a gun?" And of course, I'm a God-fearing man from the South, so I was like, "Yeah." And like, it is just, I mean, it's not a gun per se. I mean, it has the same like, boom, like
Right. Does it kick even? I mean, it's blanks, but like, does it kick?
Yeah, but the guns are so heavy. So like the heavier a gun is, the less it kicks.
More inertial,
But
yeah.
those are like muskets. So they're heavy as hell. And
Heavier
they don't
than him, probably.
Yeah. He had so much fun. Actually, you know what? I've changed my mind about reenactments. Only cool people do that.
I think it's cool. I would do it. I think it would be fun to do.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, I could be talked into it. I could be talked into that sober. That's how I know that it's like.
Dude, do you think you could? I feel like that would be the easiest place to get away with a murder, like an actual murder. If you killed somebody at a reenactment, they wouldn't find out for a couple hours. They'd just be like, "Wow, that guy is really good at his job," and then you're long gone, and the South has won.
Yeah, I mean, well, I didn't load these bullets. You must have done it. Yeah,
That was just Alec Baldwin. Everybody, that's your defense. Dude, he got in another car crash. Like, I just saw a thing, I forget where, it might have been TikTok, where he got in a car crash where he hit a tree. It seems like every couple years there's like a disgruntled Alec Baldwin incident where he's doing something where he might have been drunk and might have killed someone, but somehow just keeps slipping through life. Like, I don't know how he does it, but it's fun to see every couple years, just him looking so angry at the paparazzi after potentially killing someone.
You guys are just
Lemon.
you guys are just spreading smut. Is that what you want? You just want to make me look like the bad guy because I accidentally killed someone and then I hit them with my car.
What? You guys don't like DUIs? Lemon. But yeah,
Dude.
he got away with it, right? With the shooting of the lady, like he's fine, right?
I think so. I think they were trying to charge him with manslaughter at first, but they eventually they were like, oh, how do we prove this thing?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I heard about that in the weirdest way possible. It was like Devin Werkheiser, who was like the lead the main character from Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide was in that movie. He was in Rust apparently, and he was talking about like on set how he like killed somebody, but it was in like the Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide nostalgia podcast. So it was between like Mose being like, yeah, so I blew everybody on the cast, and then he was like, I saw Alec Baldwin kill a man. So it was a neat podcast.
It's such a crazy thing to like. Oh yeah, by the way,
He was a bit less flippant than I was, but it was still like it was interesting. And he was still like they were still going to try to make the movie, and I guess this was like one of his first big adult movies. So he's like, yeah, despite that, everybody rallied together. We're still gonna. It's going to be a great movie, and you're not going to think about that other thing. I promise.
Never mind that.
Mhm.
Don't worry. Did the movie ever come out?
I think it did. Which I feel like it would get a bump for like just morbid fascination. I feel like. Let's see. Rust. Did it ever come out? Rust movie. Release date. Yeah, it came. Oh, wait. There is no confirmed release date for. I don't know if it came out. Maybe it didn't. Maybe they just spent a ton of. Maybe Alec Baldwin just spent a ton of money to kill a lady.
Looks like it came out May 2nd, 25.
Okay.
Damn, did he kill that lady that long ago?
Man, only 90s kids will remember when Alec Baldwin killed that lady.
Only 90s kids will remember before Alec Baldwin murdered that lady.
Remember Tamagotchis and when Alec Baldwin domed this cinematographer? Like,
It's also very funny that he shot the. Isn't that who he shot? The cinematographer?
Or some lady like that,
Wait,
yeah.
Rust, Alec Baldwin. Who did he shoot? Yeah, it was the cinematographer.
Okay.
Like, she gets killed, and then we're like, what's going on with that movie?
There was a certain drop off in cinematography in the later scenes. I don't know what happened. Just the framing, everything.
Okay, so the cinematographer killed the cinematographer and injured the director.
Did he shoot twice? Like, what the fuck?
No, just one really good bullet.
So he's like JFK, the assassin level. Like, he had a magic bullet that killed a cinematographer and almost got rid of the director.
He just really didn't want that movie to come out.
Yeah.
Reenactment. Yeah, I'm trying to find. There was this cool thing, actually, that you were talking about reenactments, and it made me think about like there was a thing up here that was it was like through the ages. So it was a bunch of. We went to it. I didn't get to stay very long. I don't remember why, but it was you walk through, and it's from like Revolutionary War to Vietnam. Okay. So it's war through the ages. Like you start and there's like teams of people doing, Revolutionary War stuff, and then like the War of 1812 and like Civil War and like World War One, World War Two. It was like all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like tables set up that you could see like artifacts from each, all the way back to like the 1980s,
Somebody was dressed like Alec Baldwin.
Somebody was dressed like the Great Rust War.
I want to be an Alec Baldwin reenactor.
Like, you need to deliver that line a little better.
Or else.
I wonder what he was saying like seconds before. What if I just shot you with this fake gun?
Bitch.
What if I just pulled this gun on you and then I pretended like it was like this right here?
It's not real bullets day. That's his opposite day.
That's such a funny concept.
It's like when they were doing promo for the movie Suicide Squad, it was kind of annoying because all the actors and actresses were like, we were such a tight cast. We played pranks on each other. We got tattoos. What if the cast of Rust was doing their thing and they're like, we played so many pranks on each other. This jerk off filled my gun with real bullets. And I got a smiley face tattoo on my big toe. But mainly I killed that lady with a family.
One time I switched to Splenda with sweet and low. So we put a real bullet in my gun and I killed a lady in front of her kids as a prank.
So we really meshed as a cast. I had my comedy jobs from 30 Rock.
It was way more fun than the cast of Dick and Jane, I'll tell you that.
The kid from Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide was there. I shot him. Good luck surviving middle school now, bitch.
Should have put wear a vest.
Middle school lunches are crazy. Here's some tips to help survive.
I did not implement a single one of those tips. The whole time I watched that show, I was like, oh my God, that's such a good idea. And then I just never did it. Like, I was like, no.
How to stand up to bullies. Put real bullets in your gun.
Well, okay, Ned's Declassified. Let's see what are the tips? What are the tips?
Always say weapon is live before ever pulling the trigger. Oh, are you just looking for like a database of all of the tips they ever gave?
There is one. I just found it. All right, pick a number 1 through Jesus Christ. A 100.
Let's go 73.
73 school clubs.
Oh.
If you don't like a club, quit it and find another.
Fair enough.
If you don't find a club you like, start your own.
Cool.
Okay.
Some of these tips just seem like common sense. It's like if you don't like the taste of something, you don't have to keep eating it, bud.
Be yourself. You'll make friends. That's a fucking lie. Some people are just not.
Their self sucks.
Yeah. Sometimes you suck.
There's a lot of middle schoolers who I just don't like right now.
This one just says develop your social skills. This is just, that's a tip. That's the tip.
So like some of these are the most like nothing weight carrying tips ever, and that one is just like they're really black boxing it there where they're like, all right, yeah, just be better and cooler, I guess.
This one says set up a live webcam in your school.
You never know what you'll capture.
Don't let a nickname bother you. I have called some people some nicknames that
it bothered them.
there was Mud Butt. We called the guy Mud Butt throughout high school. I don't know that you should. I mean,
sometimes it's okay if they bother you. But yeah, I like set up a webcam. That's a good one. Before you hopped into the video chat, I was peeing and I realized I had my camera on. My bathroom's right there. So I was worried that like the second you turn on your camera, it's just gonna be like a clear shot of me pissing. But thankfully, I turned off the lights and
thankfully I recorded it with my phone
and sent it to you, which you haven't responded to yet.
Why am I sending these? Why am I sending these if you don't like them? Let me know.
Who are these even for anymore, dude? The fuck?
Who are you doing this for? You can submit your own photos to the yearbook? What the fuck?
Can you take pictures of anything?
I don't know. That's one of the tips for the Ned's Declassified. Is submit your own fun photos. Like, of you shooting someone on the cast or on the set of Rust.
Just like one last, like this is the POV on the picture. Just Alec Baldwin. It's like he's only in it because he's in yearbook club. If there's an anonymous portal, send dick pics.
They can't stop you.
They can't. Legally, they ask for them. Doesn't matter if you graduated.
Let's see. Here's some practical advice. Don't use your shirt as a napkin.
All right, so these tips are for all skill levels, aren't they?
Yeah, this is.
It's like we got to do that, and we have to develop our social skills.
I don't like this tip. This says don't let teasing stop you. Sometimes bullying is good.
It's a road. It's a roadmap socially. Sometimes.
I mean, not all the time. Sometimes people are like, what's up, wheelchair boy, or something. Something like that. That's not. I've never seen anybody personally like do that, but
And then, what? Ride a wheelchair?
Yeah, just push them out of their wheelchair or something like that. Some kind of 1980s like bully that's always like, nice crutches, pussy. Like, hit someone with, something like that. But like, if you're, I don't know, dressing like a horse and people tell you to stop doing that, it's probably a good idea.
Like the kids with the tails. Did you have those kids? It was kind of like an offshoot of emo kids, but they'd like wear a little foxtail weird thing.
No, I never had that.
And there was always conjecture where and how it was attached.
Is that like a butt thing?
Allegedly. I think it might have been hooked into a belt loop, but some of them, you never know. It's like one of those piñatas that isn't the one you hit, but it's the string you pull. Except your prize is poop. Bad riff.
It just seems like, I don't know, that would never happen in my school. I don't think. I think like we had a really good amount of like
emo fox.
We had one emo kid really like until like junior year, sophomore year.
Until an emo family moved in down the street.
Dude, we called him Emo Brian. Like, we still call him Emo Brian. Like to this day, I don't even know if he was emo. I know that he had like one of those like
swoopy things.
Yeah, this thing like
I still don't know what that's called, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I think it's called like a devil's bane.
Okay.
Devil's bane haircut.
It's like an early Tumblr cut.
What the fuck? Devil's mane? Devil's bane? Devil's mane? That would make sense. That's a word.
Gucci Mane.
You know what? I don't know what this is. There's no name for it. You were right.
Emo swoopy thing.
It's a little emo thing with the stupid. Yeah. We also we had a kid that had like curly hair, and we just called him like Jeff the Jew. And he wasn't even Jewish.
Just curly.
We were afraid that he might be. So we were like, we're going to call him it, and it won't be it around us.
So the school had one person from each religion, emo, Jewish, and they all had like nicknames. We are the world.
The Latter Day Church of My Chemical Romance, I think.
We are the world.
When I was baptized.
My father took me to the temple.
And he gave me a brass. Wait, is that what that was? Yeah, that's good. That's good enough.
My
That'll
mind
work.
immediately went to iced tea, but that's brisk. Never mind.
Do you
Don't drink that.
when you were in
Well, we are hitting an hour, and I did we ended with circumcision.
yeah,
Did you
so
hear a beep?
just like a circumcision, I'm gonna cut. We're gonna cut here.